Hello, welcome back, everybody. Welcome. It's Tuesday. It's Group B of Legends Series. I'm Squid CS. He's unprepared. I mean, Nero. How are you, Nero?
I'm fine. I wanted to take a sip of water, but I get the info that we're going in, so I'm going in. And yeah, it's good to be back. We had a little bit longer of a break this time.
Nice.
It felt like it was actually long.
Yeah, I think we had about 25 minutes off, but we are going to be getting into this action, into this winners match very shortly, which is going to be on Nuke, a map that we haven't seen at all this Legend Series. Going to be fairly exciting, right?
Yeah, sure. Especially for me, I'm a huge Nuke fan, so I'm gonna have to love this. And what's the match that we've got right here? Spirit Academy versus Valiance. Yeah. In my opinion, like, it's gonna be tough to find a map where Spirit Academy is gonna be the favorite overall. But if we're talking about Nuke, I feel like it plays more into the hands of Valiance even. So it could be a very, very hard situation overall for the Russian team.
Yeah, I think I'm agreeing with you. I think Valiance have every single advantage in this series. I think for the last year now, they've really proven their worth at this level of Counter-Strike. I think that they've been an extremely proficient team at eliminating teams such as Team Spirit Academy. I feel like the main stage is where they'll be tested. I said it earlier today, I feel like they're probably going to be the firm favorites going to this main stage from Group B. I think maybe one of the weaker groups overall. I think Group D probably the stronger one. I don't know if we can get the groups on the screen to talk you through them, what we've got in store for the next couple of games. We've got another camera angle. That's a sweet camera. Oh no, it's down there. In fact, I went the wrong way. That's a pretty sweet camera angle, right? It doesn't catch my beautiful side. This isn't my good side.
Okay. If you say so, I'm gonna believe it. So yeah, definitely the groups that are coming up are even more hype. C and D are looking amazing. If we're talking about the teams lineup, we expected this one to be somewhat less hype than the last two groups, but this far it is pretty one-sided. So indeed, that seems to be the case. In Group A, everything was completely close, so I believe it must have been amazing to just see these matches play out, and until the very last moment, not know who's going to win. Well, in here, we've got our favorites checking out the matches, checking out the lineups before the matches even start, and Spirit Academy this far has not failed the expectations. Same goes for alternate attacks, but now, excuse me, for Valiance.
Yeah.
And now we're going to go into, alternate attacks also didn't fail in the losers match.
Yeah.
I guess we can say that too. But now we're going to go into Valiance versus Spirit Academy. Not sure if it is the matchup that I actually thought about too much. I focused on the initial two. I kind of knew that we're going to be talking about alternate attacks quite a bit, but I never focused on the matchup Valiance versus Spirit Academy, and that's because I feel like there's not so much that they can elaborate on even. It's just clear that Valiance is going into this one as the favorite, and it will require a lot of effort from Spirit Academy to try and throw them down, but it's not impossible, and that's definitely something that I'm looking forward to.
I feel like Valiance are going to be extremely confident coming into this one. I feel like Spirit Academy might have some underlying confidence after such a convincing win earlier on today. All three maps going to like 16-4, 16-5s. Maybe this one will be similar, straight into this knife round. And again, not too important who gets the CT side, who gets the T side on Nuke. I would say that there's a bit of play on both sides.
Surely, yeah, there is an opportunity to thrive on both the sides, and this far we've been proven that even if you get the T side on Train, you can do quite a bit of stuff out there with like double-digit score lines and even better stuff going on. But this knife round's going to belong to Spirit Academy, who decide to swap, apparently.
Yeah, starting on that CT side, going to be getting straight into the pistol, very fast in. Neither of these teams wanting to hang about. Valiance are going to be, or Valiance, I should probably say the name properly, right? Are going to be starting on this T side. Pretty default buy. Letney has got out that Deagle, so obviously feeling confident early on. Lots of nades. A double flash for Hunter. Smoke and a flash for ME as they burst out onto the A site. These USPs are going to have to do a lot of damage. Just Letney up close and personal. Oh. He is going to find a nice quick headshot. Joxic as well, doing the damage here on A as Letney finds another one. That's Pasha gone as he finds the third. Absolutely ripping Team Spirit Academy apart here on A. And Luke, he's the last player alive. He's going to be finished off by Nino this time. A beautiful triple from Letney as this Deagle reigns supreme.
Yeah, you have to be pretty confident. You've got to know what you're doing when you're picking a Deagle into a pistol round. And let's take a look at that once again.
Boom.
One, then wait a little bit longer to get the second. Boom. And then the third as Fenvicious also walks straight into his crosshairs. Very clean. And they've taken this bomb site so easily. That might be the story of the entire map, but we'll see. Once again, though, Letney chimes in as he gets the assist on ME's frag.
Valiance, a valiant pistol round. I'm going to move in. Pasha caught looking the wrong way with his pants down. Joxic finds a fast headshot. And Valiance have already taken outside. So much map control for them. You can see just on the mini-map in the top right corner how much they've taken. Obviously, the bomb is held back slightly, but they've pincered away all across this map from front to back. And you can see Letney even just holding down the line from behind. Spirit Academy have no wiggle room to work with. And obviously, around where you're buying up Kevlar, you need to be doing the damage. And with Valiance, this up close and personal, not sure that's going to happen. The MAC-10 even raining in. Oh, he's going to go for the knife. Getting cheeky, Nino. 1,500 in his pocket. There's Valiance. I'm going to be looking to circle around this A site. MAC-10 prodding and poking in first. Hunter takes one with the AK-47. Only Romy left. He's going to fall as well.
Yeah, just a horrible situation overall, all over the place for Spirit Academy this round. Nobody really expected them to be able to hold on to the positions with the equipment that they had, but this time it's going to be even worse since it's a pure eco, and Spirit Academy giving up even a knife kill out there. That's a ton of money that Valiance will be getting for themselves all over the place if this continues like it. And I'm quite sure that Spirit Academy, after the match that they had just in the very beginning of the day, they're not used to being so crushed.
Yeah, clearly Valiance being pretty convincing so far. Spirit Academy, obviously with these pistols, should be able to do too much, as Nino is going to be the man to lead the charge. Getting up close, Hunter as well. AK-47s, nothing to scream and shout about. This is only pistols for Spirit Academy, as they've got a couple of them. It's all about doing damage here, but you see Nino, he's taking no chances. Throwing out the Molotov, a bit of utility expenditure there out onto towards the A site, and he's actually reaping the rewards for that. 2 kills with that SMG, lots of money in his pocket. Yeah,
making sure that he just gets everything down and perfectly. And then that double kill earns him $1,200, and now he got the knife kill. He's just got so much right there. Spending a single molly, then he's going to be at all, and he knew exactly where Luke was, but this was still a dangerous situation for him. Might have been. It's a very easy position to score a knife kill in, so I understand the idea on Spirit Academy's side. I've already seen situations like these. I believe that was also in the previous Legend series.
Yeah, it's a pretty common one to be throwing in. I know Flipside like it a lot. Blade will sometimes go for that knife kill himself. A map, obviously, they play a lot, but Spirit Academy probably taking a tip out of their CIS Russian Brethren's book. And 3-0 here. Obviously, Nino keeping that MAC-10 in hand. A bit of running gun potential. Should try and get close and draw the direction in using that MAC-10. Looks like they do want to wrap in towards ramp. Going to be Letney down first as he takes this angle fairly fast. Molotov's out, but they've got a lot of angles to watch on this B site. And Fen, he still hasn't given away his position just yet as they're looking to check. Peek and poke it, Fen. He's actually hidden away at the back of this B site. So are Valiance going to spot it and see it? Then
that's a little bit late from Valiance if we're talking about that. They're going to get pinned down and quickly erased from the map right here. There was one person that was supposed to take care of them, and that did not happen. Fenvicious, perfect position, very late check of that position, but this round's still on. Nano actually making something happen with that MAC-10, which is surprising, but Rummy with good coverage for a Traveler. And nothing bad will happen anymore for Spirit Academy. They get the bomb defuse. Was still pretty close though, the time was running out, so any more interventions from Valiance would have definitely finished the round in their own favor. So Still cannot say that this was pretty one-sided, really. The beginning surely was a lot of kills in favor of Spirit Academy, but Valiance still got the bomb plant, excuse me, in the meantime, and that's what made it close in the end. Now, we're not going to be seeing any MAC-10s anymore. We've got a sniper rifle on Valiance, so this round could be the one that breaks the economy for Spirit, but might not break their spirit.
Yeah, clearly that MAC-10 is only to keep the money rocking and rolling when you don't want to go for that additional unnecessary investment. And Valiance not feeling that necessary in this round, especially sneaking the way down secret. Those smokes perfectly placed to aid their cover so they can sneak and slither their way down. But they've got to contend with Luke, who does with that first shot. No armor means he has to get up close and personal. Tag, but no frag. It's Hunter draws level and finds his kill. There's a second as well for Hunter as he draws closer and closer onto this B site for his third. Just Robbie and Pasha left, and they're pretty much down and out in this round already.
Started off his engine, and Hunter is just unstoppable right now. The last frag especially was the one that we saw from his perspective, from his point of view, and he's just trying to tap in for the headshots. Indeed, does get them. And this time it's going to be the 4th round for Valiance for sure. And indeed, these guys are just obliterating the economy of the Russian team. The question is anybody going to be able to save up anything? And then also shutting down Passionoy, and just Rami remains. He's up in the heaven. We'll be waiting for somebody to peek in. Hello, Emmy, pretty low in health actually, so that was a dangerous forehead peek that he's gone for out there, and he's indeed going to die at the end of the round. Nobody will be able to finish off the last standing CT, so at least that one M4A1S is saved up. At least a single Kevlar and helmet, but I don't think they can support him too much, and they go for a force buy right here, which might not be the greatest decision.
Yeah, I agree with you. Not a big fan of this myself. Scout and UMPs not too strong against a full buy, especially on Nuke, where Valiance can go for these very coordinated pushes. You can have multiple AKs in very close proximity, and that's what we see in this round, especially Lenny already catching off the first man. One of those UMPs dropped already, and Spirit Academy shut down to 4.
And Jaxic, though, also having a little bit of trouble. He's down to 14. The Scout might be dishing out the damage consistently right here. Anybody that's slightly tagged down will be a kill for Luke, is just waiting. And I believe in Luke's sniper skills, definitely. He's shown that during the first match of the day. He's been most of the time on point. One time they were able to strike him down. He instantly bounced back, reflected on his mistakes, has fallen back a little bit in the position, and then surprised by not rushing this time around. And now he's going to go down without a single kill. 2 men lead in favor of Valiance, but you don't really feel that too much. They don't have the map control that they usually do. 14 HP on Emmy, 14 HP on Jaxic. It's still quite close, but nobody can even fire a bullet before they go down here.
Obviously, you were talking about Luke just then being such a pivotal player with the AWP. Fen there almost going down. They're going to be able to charge him as well. But without the AWP in his hand this time, obviously, Spirit Academy not playing that economy as conservative as they were before. He's having to play with the Scout, where he's obviously not as effective.
And 2 rounds in a row without a Kevlar. The Scout without a Kevlar, the AWP previously also without any protection. Fen is in the end going to get
wear protection.
2. Yeah, do, please do. We've got some Kevlar in here too in our studios, by the way.
That is what I was talking about, in fact. Thanks for saving me.
So yeah, 2 kills for Fen Vicious. He's doing quite fine if we're talking about Spirit Academy. In fact, he's a top fragger for them. He's still got a teammate that's got 0 takedowns, and that's Luke.
Disappointing for a player who was firing on all cylinders earlier today. Spirit Academy, it's still early days. They can still step up in this series, but CT side of Nuke, you need to be aiming for that double digits. You need to be aiming for the 8-9 round mark, I would say, to make this one competitive. Valiance so far, this is a crushing attack. They're finding kills left, right, and center. If this carries on all too much, they might book a place in our grand final fairly early.
Well, looking for the easy kills, it seems, but these P250s could still wreak some havoc, so Valiance have to be careful not to give up any rifles, not to allow the CTs to retaliate in this round, which is quite an important one, I would say. Like Plant Key Dynamics just a while ago up against Alternate Attacks, one of the very few rounds that they were able to get in the first half was actually a pure Rico, so we've got to be wary.
Oh, what a shot from Trev. Absolutely annihilates Letney. He's gone. And these pistols do a tiny bit of damage, but it's not going to phase Valiance for too long as they burst onto this B site once again. Smoke's placed to aid that plan. And with 30 seconds left, they're going to get it down. Hunter ripping these pistols to shreds, almost single-handedly. Rommy's going to fall as well to secure the 6th for Valiance.
Yeah, and Ledney actually died in a place where there was no possibility to pick up his fallen rifle. Was no chance for Spirit Academy to turn around with the strength that they might have gained through getting a weapon, actually. A reliable weapon. A weapon that could fight against the other AKs. And most importantly, Kevlars, you can't really rely on the Deagle all the time unless you're Letney and you're getting a triple kill in the pistol round. But for now, Trevel also opening up this one. So he's getting quite effective. He's getting fired up out there. Pen Vicious and Trevel, these are the guys that we should be looking at if we're talking about Spirit Academy this far. But Pash also, he showed on Train how he's able to get some magnificent positions, and most of the time it failed due to some poor luck on his side back on that map. But here it might be much better. For now, 4-on-2 in favor of Spirit Academy all of a sudden, as it seemed like Valiance were about to take control of the entire situation, not give up many more rounds anymore. But that's not the case really at the moment. Hunter and Joxic, they indeed are on full HP, but it might not really be too positive for them unless Hunter gets a double, maybe even a triple. A failed shot, a failed peek from Spirit Academy's one of the two remaining players, I should say. Joxic also climbing up to get that kill with the CZ, and this is very much possible right now with his back turn. Trevel is going to stay alive as the coverage from Luke is perfect, and that is also his first kill into the map, if I'm not mistaken.
Such a crucial one at that. Absolutely saving the round, saving his teammate. Trev, got to buy him a beer later or a cider, whatever he's drinking. Hunter is going to be moving in towards this A site. Obviously, with only 15 seconds left, it's going to be a very difficult shout. Trev just playing extremely passively here. Going to be waiting for this man to sweep in. And Trev peeks at the perfect time, sidelines him. Obviously, has cover there from Luke if needed. And that's a duo of rounds now for Spirit.
6-2. Well, still 4 rounds advantage for Valiance. Still not anywhere near being broke. 11,000 on Joxic walking into this round. The rest of the team's also feeling quite fine if we're talking about the economy. We're talking about the money. 3,500. That's on Letney. That's the lowest amount of money they have. So even if they lose this one, it will be more than enough to fully buy up into round number 10. Spirit Academy, there's a big challenge up ahead of them. Luke getting aggressive with that AWP, once again trying to test the waters, and that's going to be checked and countered completely by the terrorist team. Only a single kill. Rami also trying to reply on bomb site as the Valiants got a little bit spread out at that moment as they covered the back, and they went in at the same time, which might have been a bad idea, but has not really turned out so at all. And we're talking about the money already. While we're still on that topic, Spirit Academy are the ones that don't have it.
Yeah, clearly Valiance obviously booming in the money department, booming in the rounds department as well. 7-2. They're not allowing Spirit Academy to chain those rounds together, which was the talk of the town earlier today. In that group match that they played against Alternate Attacks Valiance, it was a very similar story for them, and it looks like we could be seeing them storm their way to the group final if they can keep this performance up. Emmy and Hunter both find a pair of frags. It's Spirit Academy, just with these pistols, just with this slight force buy, have to make something work now. If they're not going to find the round, at least some damage to stop Valiance's economy from spiraling out of control. But so far, they just seem so calculated and coordinated. Look at this outside take. Playing with all 3 players, absolutely storming Luke and Pasha down. There's no crossfires there for Spirit Academy. There's no confidence. At least I'd like to see them throw a smoke outside and try and run some sort of CT side strategy to stop Valiance from taking so much map control. But you can see they're picking apart every single CT. This time it was with pistols, but next they're probably going to face another eco.
Oh man, that's so tough on Spirit Academy at the moment. $1,900 and everybody, as you say, that's going to be an eco. Valiance are looking forward to taking that 9th round for themselves already. The double digits are nearly assured after the first half in favor of the Serbian team. And Valiance, that way, if they find their way into the grand finals of the group already, just like that, then there seems like there's nobody to face off against them.
Oh, those nades could have done so much more. Joxic actually finds 2. AWP in hand, utilizing it like a shotgun.
Wanted a 3, but actually Letney stole that one away, unfortunately.
And clearly, the AWP's not normally used for that sort of utility, but does find the shots nevertheless. And just for the second, we can see the money on Valiance. You can see everybody above this 10K mark, all 5 players on 5 figures. This should just be a bit of a whitewash for first half. And remember, after Spirit Academy, when you take one and lose it straight away in terms of the rounds, you're obviously going to falter in terms of the money. You're losing that loss bonus. There's no silver lining there. That's why they're struggling in the economy and utility department.
Oh,
Valiance getting slightly more aggressive this time. Luke and Remy both finding a trio of frags.
That's very important, but Rami's falling right after Nana. They're not successful at killing the enemies from behind. Just a single casualty on the side of Spirit Academy this round. Valiance, they indeed have got a huge advantage money-wise, but Spirit Academy, well, they've got the spirits. They're going to be trying, and they're going to be giving their best to try and still recover in that first half, and the possibility of the 6-9 is there. Do you think that after the first half it would be a feasible scoreline for Spirits?
Probably not at this point. Depends if Luke can get that AWP rolling. Obviously, he's trying to get a bit more aggressive now. He's being supported by Fem. They're going for this long push, but Valiance, they don't actually seem to be watching it so far, so they're not going for these passive plays. You can see how much map control Fem's taken at this point, but Valiance storming outside. They're going to try and circumnavigate this.
Well, 3 people on the outside. It's not the first time the Spirit Academy are actually getting aggressive over here in the radio or control room. They've been pushing with Luke a lot of times, and it's, I don't know if we can call that weird. They managed to find some success just because they were consistent on that, but previously, as I mentioned on Train, Luke actually managed to find success because he gave up on getting aggressive. So, as I said, the imagination on their side is definitely great, and ME is sure to fall, but then doesn't really give them so much. They still have control of the yard if we're talking about Valiance, and indeed, they took care of Fenvision real quickly. The bomb is not in control of the CTs, and that's all she wrote. Only Luke on the ramps with the AWP. He's not going to be able to retake anything. He's not going to be able to circle around the map to try and protect that bomb from being picked up by the terrorist team. All he can do is try and hold on to his sniper rifle, because that's the best thing they can do with no money. Again, no rounds strung together. You've mentioned that in a different context in the previous match, on the previous map actually, in the German matchup. But right here, it's very much the same case. Once again, only winning single rounds here and there, scattered all over the first half. And it gives Spirit Academy completely nothing.
Luke going to fall there. And I hate to say it, but it doesn't look like Spirit Academy really know what they're doing. Big gaps in their defense. Obviously outside. When you're allowing a player like Letney to get up close and personal, right back into A's sight, and to find 2 frags from behind without anybody even watching that angle, without that communication coming into play. Obviously, Spirit Academy had already lost players outside. They had elected to stack players behind, but it didn't work out. And Spirit Academy just with huge, fat gaps in their defense. And Valiance are abusing it almost every single round, finding a pair of frags already. There's a third. Romy only taking the single man in return. Has salvaged an AK-47 for his troubles. But Valiance seem to want no piece of the action on this A site. Trev does find a gap once again, but Valiance have it all under wraps. And Romy's been all spotted out as well, being absolutely wrapped in by Joxic, who's almost found his position already, and there's a headshot from above.
Could have even been a knife kill, pretty much. Joxic was in such a position he would have fallen right behind his back.
You wanted him to like Assassin's Creed, like Ezio Auditorium.
Wow, yeah. That could have been the kind of assassination.
Do people still play that? Is that still a... There's a new Assassin's Creed, right?
No, it's a dead game.
It's a dead game?
No, I don't know. I love Assassin's Creed series, but like...
What was the last Assassin's Creed you played?
The last one I played was probably Unity, I think.
Oh, I don't know if I... Was that the one with the really good online?
I haven't played online.
The
last online I played was Brotherhood, so that was way back.
Assassin's Creed has some really good online multiplayers. Go check it out if you haven't already. Chat. Come on. Give me some love. 3-11 now. You need to give Spirit Academy some love as well. They really are struggling so far. Obviously, 4 AK-47s, an AWP again for Valiance. They've been able to pick this defense apart multiple situations. Now, nice drive-by by Luke. Scout in hand, obviously. What we want to be seeing. I want to be seeing him.
No,
pretty convincing, but look at that return. Valiance, 3 kills in less than a second. And Fen only with the 1 return. He's going to need a 1 versus 4, now 1 versus 3 to come to a fruition to put this 4th round on the board. And he gets absolutely driven into the ground by Hunter. Valiance, another 12-3 half. Seems to be a pattern emerging.
He was in a 1v4 actually, and not only 4 enemies on Valiance, but also 4 HP on Letney, and he was only able to bring that guy down. So that's how the first half ends. 12-3.
Are you saying that you had to go for a 1v4 with 4 HP, 4 team Spirit Academy?
That was 44.
Okay.
1, 2, 3, and 4.
That's what they came here for.
Yeah, whatever. Anyway, Emmy's going to get the first frag of this round, and I wanted to say that this looks like something. 12-3. It's not the first time today that we see this kind of a scoreline, but pistol round's very important here, and the 3-on-3. Joxic, he's got the fuse kit. Rest of the team with Kevlars. No grenades on the Thirst team too. Yeah, the bomb is in a pretty unfortunate situation, I think, but you can also plant the bomb there, so if you just steer clear of any danger, you could pretty much surprise the CTs with that, but nobody's going to be surprised on the CT side. It's rather going to be Spirit Academy once again. There's not much to do. Rami getting ground out. That kill at the down to 26 with a single shot. That must have been a hit shot, but no cigar just yet, and 1 shot on both the sides, I believe, or maybe the Glock would not have taken down the 26 HP, but the 17 for USP is nothing hard to do. So 13th round for Valiance. Wow, I didn't expect this pistol round to be so close, but it hurts even more that they lost it, because it pretty much closes out the entire matchup, unless they want to do some crazy-ass comeback. Yeah,
that's going to be... I can't see it happening. Spirit Academy haven't shown us too much in the way of an attacking side so far here today in Legend Series Season 4, but Steagle does ping on through to find that first kill, obviously. Oh, Luke does get a fast frag onto Joxic as well. And now it's only them against the trio of MP9s. Pretty easy weapons to handle at long range, especially with these Deagles. But if Valiance can rattle off 8 to 10 shots, you can do an ungodly amount of damage. Emmy also holding right around this corner. Spirit Academy, they might be about to walk into a world of pain. Hunter does find his first, as this round does become 1 man closer. Fence position seems to be almost compromised as well. And those big gaps that we saw in Spirit's defense earlier don't seem to be present here for Valiance. You see Emmy up close and personal to this corner is going to find the single frag. And it's all down to Nino, though, who is looking the wrong way. Going to get tagged away by the Deagle. And Spirit Academy at least do find 4.
Fen being able to get this round over for his team on his back. It must hurt by now already. Fen's actually, out of the 4 rounds the Spirit Academy have at the moment on their account, Fen's been the sole reason of 2 of their victories, I think, at least. So this guy's doing quite a bit for the lineup, but is it enough? Valiance apparently have no money right now, so these MP9s have not worked out as good as they wanted them to. I mean, after all, they found an evened out situation off of a 3v5. They made it a 3v3 thanks to Hunter, who was able to get 2 kills in a mini, but nothing more. And now Valiance, they really want to close out this map as quickly as possible, but up against the rifles, we might get a little bit over-aggressive, overconfident. Wow, with so much damage! 2 HP on Fenvicious. And what next? Joxic's got that MP9 again, so he's not really going to have a chance up against a rifle. The Deagles. These Deagles and CZs were able to win the round just a while ago for Spirit Academy. This is where this reign ends, or is it Letney's time? 2 HP on Fenvicious. He's hidden in the Toxic. But Letney does not know about it just yet. A lot of time is going to escape through his fingers with the bomb ticking. I don't think that there should be a chance for Valiance to take it.
He's obviously got this Galil in hand.
No, it's over.
Hidden away. He's going to go for this preliminary spray. Looking the wrong way, but I think Fen's done it. I think he's wasted enough time. Letney has no idea that he's playing from behind. Pops it open, surprises him. But no, nowhere near enough time. Going to blow up with that bomb. 5-13 for Valiance, obviously, but Spirit Academy, obviously, maybe a little bit of respite coming up with a couple of rounds. But Valiance are going to go for this eco, trying to stabilize their economy somewhat. Emmy's got 3,800 now, 3,100 after buying that single Deagle. And Letney with the Deagle as well. Obviously, two players who have shown proficiency with this weapon. Spirit Academy have actually proven quite difficult to deal with these pair of Deagles so far, but 13-5, Valiance can afford to play more passive in terms of the economy, go for this save and hit Spirit Academy with a sucker punch with a full buy.
Well, that seems to be the plan. Spirit Academy could still bounce back. After all, it is a pistol round going into the hands of Valiance, but they were not able to hold on to the lead anymore from that point on. So we have to give even bigger credit over to Spirit Academy, being able to recover when you were facing off against rifles, SMGs, just pistols and Kevlar's. Hunter with some nice action out there, but just after losing Letney. So it still is not playing into the favor of Valiance at all. Rummy pinning them down in the outside, getting 2 headshots for himself. Seemed pretty easy. Easy enough, at least, for him. And Hunter, the sole remaining player, just trying to escape. But what is he going to find anyway? He's just got a USB, nothing to save up, just the money that he's not going to give up over to the enemy team. And Valiance, they need to get a really solid full buy going right now. Otherwise, Spirit Academy might be able to get the same feat done as Valiance on their T side. Just win 12 rounds right here. Like, what's hard in that? No problem. It's
going to be a very difficult rollback, isn't it? Like, yeah. I do sense a little bit of sarcasm in your voice.
Might be.
Am I right?
No, not sure.
Not sure.
You have to find out yourself.
Oh, did Hunter not spot that? There's obviously Trev here. Gonna spot out that Galil. Maybe even able to dart away with it. Throws down a molly for cover. Sure. Yeah, nobody around him. He's going to be able to get out with this rifle. Probably actually going to keep it alive as well. So this is going to aid their bank ever so slightly. I don't see any reason why he should necessarily buy up another rifle instead of this Galil. Chucking it over to Letney, who wants to keep that one instead. And obviously a full buy for Valiance. It's going to afford them a couple more nades.
Let's see. A lot is going to be on the shoulders of Luke. They definitely need his AWPing skills right now. He did not have the time to show them off in the first half, mostly playing rather with a scout than with an AWP. But here, he's got some money built up for once. And hopefully that's not going to slip through their fingers. That's not going to run away. And there we go, Joxig peeking in. Not really getting that kill. Runs away instantly, but also not very big amounts of damage delivered on towards him. He just lost 6 HP. So pretty much we can forget about that fight. Nobody ever met. Nobody's seen anybody on this map just yet. Letney also receiving just 12 points of damage. And bit by bit, maybe somebody's going to get chipped away. But I feel like Spirit Academy have to pick up the pace a tiny bit.
Possibly, but that's good information for Valiance. Obviously, not losing those players and knowing exactly where Spirit Academy are coming from. ME has to be the point man on this side, but he's getting wrapped in on. Fenn's going to find him from behind. And now this 2 versus 3, a very difficult retake as Nino makes it that bit easier. 2 versus 2 now. Pasha's very low from up top. Trav actually saves him and does find this follow-up frag. It's only Joxic, AWP in hand, needs to do damage from behind. Obviously, this crossfire has to be broken open. No other rifle to trade it out for. Joxic looking to make his way in as Pasha is up top. Trev right around this corner. Joxic shouldn't be able to find him. Instead, deciding to back off with his sniper rifle. Trev making the approach outside, but Joxic's actually been able to sneak around the corner, keep alive this sniper rifle, but Pasha does find the angle in the end. So another round for Spirit Academy. They draw this that little bit more closer, and Valiant still stuck on 13, going to be going for another eco.
That's pretty bad right now for Valiance. They're going to start to lose their confidence that they built up this far. Spirit Academy actually showing some promise and also showing us that maybe this group's not settled just yet. Maybe Valiance will not dominate everyone, even if they waste this opportunity because they've given up so much this far. But take a look at this round. Spirit Academy is rolling over the enemies. Only Neno returning a kill, picking up an AK-47. Thanks to that, but can he still do much more? Being down to 9 HP is not favorable at all. Joxic's gonna fall. Where is Neno? On the backside of the enemy team. But what does he do? Oh my goodness, he screwed up! But he still gets one out of this and was close to even getting the 3rd overall. But this is the 8th round for Spirit Academy, and yeah, what I wanted to say is that even if they don't manage to make the comeback entirely, even if they don't win this nuke right here, there is a chance they can come back in the group's finals. So,
very possibly.
Team Spirit Academy right now, a lot lies in their hands. They did just have to find out the weaknesses of Valiance, prepare for that, and just correct their mistakes on the next map, or maybe still win nuke. As I said, just go ahead and win 12 rounds in a row. That wasn't sarcasm at all.
A couple of shots coming on through as Valiance might finally be able to close this up to 1 away from map point. But Romy, he's found a pair himself. He wants to force Spirit back and make this comeback happen. Finally, a game that we can call competitive. Fenn and Romy slowing the pace down. Obviously, Bomb stuck back. They are going to just try and find another opening pick before they choose their angle of approach and go for another push. Romy is up close, but you can see Valiance are playing fairly passive themselves, not going for any super aggressive pushes, not deciding to push outside, not give Spirit Academy all too much to work with. And obviously with these AK-47s, long range, it's fairly easy to find a shot. Joxic spotted out, but he actually finds a shot instead, leaving Romy in a horrific situation. Obviously, the bomb stuck in no man's land. He's going to have to find that if he wants to win this round. And a dirty spray down, one by Nino. Means he's finally going to get that playing. Obviously, Nino, obviously not feeling too confident after the previous round. Spotting 3 from behind, but only hitting the 1. You hate to see it.
Well, yeah, but then he waited a little bit too long. The enemies, at the end of the day, did realize that somebody's out there, so can't really blame yourself for that. After all, he was left in that hopeless situation all by himself. The pressure was huge. Now, Luke, he's going to burn down. How did that happen? How was he not able to escape at all? That way, 1-man lead for nothing in favor of Valiance. Not even a lot of information gotten by Spirit Academy through this. So they might be lost at the moment. They might not know anything. But Travel must have heard a little bit of movement around the corner. And this might be a surprise to ME because he does not expect that anybody's out there behind that T vent.
Obviously the pressure mounting up, a couple of mistakes coming out on the side of these Ts. As a shot whiffed from Joxic. Gives a second chance to Fenn, but salvaged away by Nino. Leaves just Romy in this 1 versus 5. A fairly impossible one as Valiance surely about to salvage this match point. 15 rounds awaits. unless Romy can pull out something spectacular. He's hidden away back in no man's land. 40 seconds left on this clock as he's just waiting, poking outside with this AK-47. A little red laminate. He's going to have to laminate these enemies if he wants a chance in this one. Clearly, make it 14-9, then a chance for Spirit Academy, but I can't see it happening whatsoever. Feel like he's just going to try and save this AK-47, give Spirit Academy something to work with in this next round. Remember, their economy is going to be in absolute tatters. They're going to be bankrupt, and Valiance possibly through to this group final.
Maybe if it had been the red laminates and not the red line, would have been better.
I'm not very good with skins, mate. What
but
you've
got it written on the screen, man.
I'm appalling with skins. You know, I don't even play with skins. I don't even play with skin. I actually take all my skin off before I play.
Wow, really?
You know, that's actually true.
Like a snake, you drop it off before you take a seat in front of the PC. Well, I'm not using too many of them either. And like, I'm the craziest person in the world because the prettiest AWP skin to me is Safari Mesh Well Worn.
No, no, no.
Yeah, it looks amazing.
It's good 3 cents. 3 cents well spent.
No, it's worth like about €1.
About €1. You see the can of Coke, Safari Mesh.
All right, set, Caseking. He's going to get one more right here. Hunter opened up the round, and Valiance is just running down their enemy. Spirit Academy about to go down. A little bit of a closer matchup we got this far, but once again ended pretty much similar to all the rest this far in the group. That was the 4th one. We've still got 2 left. Now, alternate stacks will be trying to climb their way back to try and take down maybe Valiance, maybe some revenge situation out there, while Spirit Academy, as I said, there was a good shot. I feel like if they could correct their mistakes and get a better map, maybe there is a chance for them to get that Mirage or Overpass. That would be amazing for the team.
Yeah, so not the repeat performance that we saw earlier. Obviously, Spirit Academy now have played Planet Key Dynamics. They've just played Valiance. They're on Nuke. They're going to play our 3rd and final team in this Group B. They're going to play alternate attacks in just a few moments, who did show some worth on Train. So it's going to be interesting to see where that map pool goes, because both of these teams shown proficiency on different parts of the map pool. However, that'll be soon to be seen in the next few moments. Of course, that should be coming up in like 20 minutes. Maybe it'll be a bit short. I'm not sure exactly when we're going to be getting into this matchup. Do we... Oh, I've just heard we are going to go to a 20-minute break, but don't go anywhere, because after the break we will see this decider match to decide who will make it through to our group final.